it definitely needs love.
They were oh so close.
Oh, yes!
The Bryks thought that all that stood between moving out of their cramped in-laws
I need to be in my own space.
and into their dream house under construction was just one temporary sink.
Oh my God.
But it just wasn't to be.
The water was coming through the bricks.
They overcame a basement leak, survived a window one.
Look at that!
But their chances of finally moving in hit zero when they discovered this.
We've got water all over the kitchen ceiling.
Now, 2 weeks behind schedule and the beginning of the school year looming just around the corner, what is it going to take to turn this reno nightmare into the dream home they so desperately want?
We are like this close to moving in, like we're there.
There.
We can't move in without running water. We don't even have a bathroom.
This family of 5 plus their dog are ready to live under one roof instead of in one room.
They've never had their own rooms.
Ugh, we're about 10,000 over.
But they may have underestimated the cost of getting this runaway remodel under control.
It's really wreaking havoc on our budget and our morale.
Under duress, they deal with blunders,
You sloped it toward the house?
setbacks,
Stop!
and delays.
Oh, God. What else? What else could possibly happen?
This is Building Bryks.
Oh, my God.
The reno so far has been a washout.
I don't know. That's getting bigger. For sure, look at that. I'm watching it get bigger. Yeah, no, there's for sure the screw hole, it's expanding.
We had water issues in the basement. We have water issues in the new windows we just installed.
The Bryks discovered the most recent leak in the kitchen,
We've got water all over the kitchen ceiling.
Wow, okay.
but they still have no idea what the source of the leak is.
Water is just never something that you want to fool around with.
This is what we're looking at. It seems to be following like all the taping, the drywall taping
I
on.
don't know if it's a washroom or not because the washroom's over here.
The mystery is that where all the fixtures are, there's no evidence of water directly underneath those at all.
We have the shower here, the toilet over here, sink is here, and again, a laundry's on this side of the wall.
So where the water is coming from and maybe rolling along the ceiling is anybody's guess.
You see if it's freshly wet, you know, like.
Yeah, that's wet. Can you go over there, Greg?
Danielle, using Greg as her ladder,
Go over there, Greg.
is checking the ceiling for dampness and circling the size of the stains to check if they're growing.
We need to go over there.
Oh my goodness.
If they are, that means they have a constant leak, meaning a hole in the pipes. If not, it's something with the drainage.
Oh, there's another little thing here. It looks like.
I just ran water again through the laundry, both traps
Right.
upstairs, the standpipe and the floor drain.
Right.
Nothing.
The pencil test is a bust.
I tested everything again and nothing's coming through.
The next step is to rip down the ceiling, something no one wants to do.
I would leave it for now.
Let's not open anything up just
Okay.
yet.
The Bryks are putting the final touches on the back of the house, which they completely rebuilt. But today is all about the roof.
Today, what we're gonna do is rip the roof, install the proper underlayments, and then re-shingles with new shingle.
The roof at the back of the house hasn't been touched for almost 40 years, and shows it. It was built with 2x8s that have massive gaps and are prone to leak.
We're gonna be installing the new plywood because of these big gaps and this damaged wood. We're just gonna do it the right way.
Greg and Danielle are trying to put their water woes out of mind by keeping busy.
The top is the worst.
They've decided to prep and paint the few remaining walls that have not been completely rebuilt.
It's crap plaster.
Greg opened a can of worms.
I didn't open a can of worm. We just have to paint and then we're finished. Only the walls crap.
Oh, it's all, you know why? This is old wallpaper.
Not only is the job bigger than they hoped,
Oh, God.
it's also the first job they're tackling together.
Oh, don't take too much. Oh, no, no.
This is not the time to be plastering when you're just about to paint, and it's not the time to be peeling back the layers, but I could not help myself.
But we're not taking all of it. I mean, obviously that's on the whole room.
We can't paint over that. That's absurd. They just put wallpaper over it. Oh, God. Why do we do this?
You did it.
I know.
That looks really cool. Just stop there. Pretend it was an artistic choice.
Got it. We're installing the plywood first because the roof deck doesn't look that good.
The crew is adding 2 more layers. A 1/2-inch plywood base covered with a breathable synthetic underlayment which prevents mildew and mold before the tar shingles.
These shingles are designed to be staggered so the water can shed properly. And then we won't have any leak on the roof.
Meanwhile, inside, Greg and Danielle are trying to plaster the wall and not each other.
That's a messy job, Danielle. Is that gonna be smooth when it's finished?
You know, Bill was right, Greg.
What?
It's all about the tools. If the putty knife isn't wide enough, you're not going to get a smooth, finish.
That's what she said.
This is just a piece that's going to go in the corner. See how it's going to give it a nice, clean line across there?
Right.
We'll plaster the entire area over.
How long will that take till I can paint it?
Well, it actually dries really quickly. It's going to be tomorrow.
Oh, I can wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
2 days have passed, and it's time to get back to the mystery leak in the kitchen.
So it was still leaking this weekend when we tested it.
Danielle suspects it has something to do with the shower pan.
When we sprayed the hose around the pan, it started to leak down this nail hole.
If that's true, it means a total shower reconstruction. But the bad news doesn't stop there.
I think the next step, we have to open it up.
Coming up, with no other choice, Danielle is forced to cut a hole in the ceiling.
We have to open it up.
And the news isn't good. And later, now that the front deck is built, Danielle is busy staining it. And Greg wants to help.
Little leak.
The Bryks dream home is floating away before their very eyes.
Water is just never something that you want to fool around with.
The most recent leak is in the kitchen.
It seems to be following like all the taping, the drywall taping on.
After some preliminary poking around failed, Danielle now thinks it's the shower pan that is responsible. And the only way to find out is by ripping out the kitchen ceiling.
It's probably coming from the pan somewhere, so we have to open up the drywall.
And where they will stop, nobody knows.
It's like destroying a Rembrandt.
So are we cutting directly underneath the shower right now?
Yes, we are. Yes.
Does it feel damp at all?
Well, you can see it was wet.
So why don't we run the shower, let the shower fall right on top of that drain. I feel no water. I don't see any water or anything. Oh, I just felt something. You see here?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
You see it? It's not the drain, obviously. It's coming
Right.
beside the drain. Somehow, probably water's getting underneath from somewhere.
Underneath the shower pan?
It could be.
So that means pulling up all the tile. And when's that gonna happen?
I don't know. The thought that we have to retile and all of that, I can't even think about that. Finding this leak in the bathroom is such a blow because once the bathroom was running and once we had, running water in the kitchen, it was okay, we can move in, and now it puts us back like who knows how long.
Just because the shower's kaput, that doesn't mean the reno is. Danielle is doubling down her efforts on the rest of the house. Next up, the new front deck.
We pulled the entire porch down because it was completely rotten and had been a home for animals and raccoons for years and years. So we pulled the whole thing down and then decided just to rebuild the deck portion of it. That looks good. We decided to try to keep in context with the rest of the older houses in this neighborhood, so we used materials that were comparable with that. And then we've stained it. And the design of it along the bottom matches what's under the bay windows.
Yeah.
So it's classic, but at the same time, the lines are very clean. It'll lend itself to this sort of more modern approach that we want to take.
The front porch is now built, but still needs several coats of stain. And Greg wants to help.
Little leak.
Coming up, Greg gets put to work and put in his place by Danielle.
Really sucks.
Don't be a diva, Greg.
The bathroom is fixed, but they still need a temporary sink and to make the house livable and safe.
You need to keep shoes on your feet, right?
I don't even have shoes on.
It turns out that the new bathroom is guilty of sinking the Bryks' hope of moving in.
It's not the drain. It's coming
Right.
beside the drain.
But now that the leak is discovered, they're all hoping to get the move out of their in-laws and into their new home back on track.
Just puts us way, way behind.
The front deck is now done, and Danielle is busy staining it. And Greg is helping. Danielle wants the porch painted espresso. And on the new wood of the deck, this color means several coats and sanding in between to get it uniform and right.
How's it going?
It sucks. How rough does it have to be?
If you rough it up, it'll adhere a little bit
I hate this color.
more. What?
I hate this color. I hate having to do it a second time as much as I hate the color, but this is
Oh,
terrible.
I did it the first time, so.
This really sucks.
Don't be a diva, Greg. This little cloth is great. It just sucks up all the dust.
And I'm supposed to use that little thing on this whole deck.
Oh my God, I'll do it.
Great. Oh boy. These boards are still kind of wonky, no?
I don't think it's that noticeable, and I don't think we're gonna be spending a lot of time like this, but.
One never knows. Okay. I think I'm gonna train the kids how to sand, and I'm gonna sit and watch them do it next time.
They'd probably be more thorough.
Why don't you do the spindles? Because I hate the spindles, and then I'll just do the easy top part.
Fine.
Great.
Cinderella.
Although you might think it's more expensive to tear and rebuild. In fact, it isn't. By using an untreated pine and keeping the lengths to store milled ones, the Bryks were able to maximize their dollars.
It would have cost twice as much to fix that porch than it did to tear it down and build this one.
You've saved us tens of thousands already.
I want you to buy me a hot tub as a payment.
You know what? That's as much a benefit for me as it is for you.
Why? What do you mean?
You look good in a bathing suit. I mean,
So the tiles have been pulled and the leak has been found. There's a space between the mortar and the drain screw. The solution? A minor trim and a refitting of the drain screw. But now, this minor fix needs some major retiling. A whole shower floor needs to be retiled. Luckily, the contractor is footing the bill. And that means they're back to where they wanted to be, with just a temporary kitchen sink standing between them and moving out of the in-laws and into their own space.
I don't have a carpenter here today, so I'm going to whip off that plywood temporary counter. Too bad they didn't have a bigger one. I could have done that a lot faster.
There, now we put a bucket underneath and you're all set.
So this is a great thing. Running water, for some reason, it's a really big thing.
Temporary sink done.
Woo! Running out of the proper pipes, not the running through my ceiling. That kind of water is not that welcome. And no leaks.
you feel freestyle? You want to go freestyle on that?
The Bryks need to move in ASAP, and the leak has put them way behind.
It doesn't have to be an enormous V, like it could be V's, small V.
victory.
Greg and Danielle are racing to finish the guest bathroom and make the house clear of garbage
Oh, are you sure this isn't usable?
No.
It's fine.
and safe for the kids.
Really cool.
Now, There's one more thing Greg and Danielle need to do before the house is ready to move in. And it has nothing to do with construction. Coming up. Before the Bryks can move in, Greg and Danielle have to move out some unwanted guests.
How do we know it's reliable?
Well, I mean, it's the internet. They never lie.
Finally, some good news. The leak in the kitchen has been found and fixed. And on top of that, all the work has been done, so the Bryks can finally move out of the in-laws. Well, almost done. There's just one more thing Greg and Danielle want to do before moving into what they are hoping will be their home forever.
When we first saw this house with a real estate agent, we felt the negative energy right away.
They'd pretty much been using it as a rooming house.
No kidding.
There was something off.
It definitely needs love and money.
Throughout the process of this renovation, we've definitely had some negative experiences. Water is trickling in to the basement through the bricks.
We got a hole right there.
Water's getting underneath.
That means pulling up all the tile.
For me, it's really important that that we just do something, a ritual that'll ground us in it and invite us into this home, because we want to make it our home and hopefully for a long time.
What's the first step?
Have an open heart with good intentions. Buy sage from your local powwow and a sweetgrass braid.
Smell that.
Be positive and act honorably.
What is that? Where are you getting this information from?
From eHow.
Oh, God.
How to smudge with sage. What?
How do we know it's reliable?
Well, I mean, it's the internet. They never lie. Difficulty, easy. We can manage this.
We're cleansing the energy in this house. All right. Feels good, doesn't it?
I believe in the ritual of things sometimes even. I mean, even if it's just your intention and how you feel about the space, there was a lot of sadness in the house.
We feel like we've gradually stripped down some of the negative energy and hopefully brought new stuff in.
Hopefully now that the missteps are past us and we can just get it done quickly and get in and start living our lives.
That was good. That feels good.
And it felt right.
Let's get our stuff together.
Come on, guys, we have to go.
Move day is finally here. 14 days and countless gray hairs after they were hoping. But it is finally here, and just in time.
We've all been sleeping in the same room with the dog, and it's made for some real family bonding time.
Paps is sitting with an egg timer, counting down the moments till peace and quiet.
This is the first time the kids will have their own rooms and their own bathroom.
All right, see you later.
Bye.
Don't be alarmed, okay, guys? Because it's not finished.
Wow.
This will be really cool when it's finished. We'll put the couch there. The fireplace can have an inlay. The TV will be there.
And look, you have a hallway that you guys can run around.
Now again, like it's not finished, but at least we have a stove now that works.
Careful. Well.
Wow, this is my room.
Yeah.
You're gonna have to move all those wood things out of here.
Yes, I am.
What's this?
We're gonna put all your toys in here.
And Dempsey, this is your room.
Wow.
It's big. I know. And Billy, this is gonna be your room.
Sweet.
New skylight. No stinky big brother in the room with you. Okay, you guys ready to see the bathroom?
Yeah.
Pretty good.
At least this is one room that's done.
So this is the boys' bathroom. Do I have a bathroom?
This is all of your bathroom.
This is the kids' bathroom.
Big shower. Isn't that great?
And look at the shelf Mom put up there for you guys. It looks great.
You use reused wood.
I
Yeah,
used
it's awesome.
reclaimed wood.
That sign. It reminds me of a subway station.
That sign has sentimental value for us because Dad proposed to me at Coney Island.
If this was actually a subway, why would there be a toilet in here? You gotta go.
It's not a subway. It's
It's a theme.
yeah.
Okay, guys, first night sleeping in the house. Let's get beds ready.
yeah.
Okay, let's go. You, quick, let's go. Come on.
The Bryks have $130,000 to spend on their house. So far, they've burned through almost $75,000, leaving them with just $55,000 to spend on the big-ticket items like the kitchen, master suite, and bedrooms. They aren't thinking about that today.
Okay, guys.
Nice table.
Very nice table. Who built that, Ella?
Me.
Today, it's about finally, after 17 moves and more than 2 months living in one room at the in-laws, having their own home.
Look, we need to talk about safety. You need to keep shoes on your feet, right?
But I don't even have shoes on.
Well, you're gonna need to.
It looks like it needs a lot of work, but it really is kind of at the point where it's going to move very quickly, and then we'll try to get you guys settled in before school.
For sure. So you're all gonna be sharing a room again, but just for a little while.
Oh!
One more rule.
That you can always
If you do,
Ella to
What
make
did I
it
show you
perfect
about?
fashion.
What did I show you about the toilet?
If it's a little mellow, if it's brown, press it down.
No, we don't let it mellow if it's yellow.
Oh, yeah.
If you do it number 2, there's
Yeah.
a special button.
Oh my gosh, I'm not gonna remember that.
You don't remember to flush.
Ever.
But now you're going to have to think about which button do I press. This is exciting. We're in there. We sweetgrassed it up. We saged it.
Now that we're officially in,
Yeah.
we can hang the good luck charm.
We have good luck. And I just stepped my toe. So that's not a very good luck.
They're finally moved in. That's only the halfway point in this journey. And the renovation road this family is on is about to get really, really bumpy.
The new
Cheers.
house is a new
Yes.
beginning, guys.
Cheers, cheers.
Coming up on Building Bricks. Living in a construction zone is not their only problem.
I'm looking for somewhere to put this down.
Greg's money-saving schemes cause a major headache.
You sloped it toward the house? Oh, God.
No, that's not dead.
No, come back. Okay. Greg, whoa.
We tried to stop them.
And the Bryks bet on doing half the work,
If you're gonna do it, don't do it, Mickey Mouse.
and they lose it all.
It was a biblical flood down here. Who would have thought that a crack house would have been so much work?